Aquarius, get ready for a big surprise. As it happens with every kind of quadrant I work with, Capricorn got a huge surprise too. Nice twist, a twist ending. What do you call it? Yeah. A surprise twist ending. For you, it's more of a surprise with what you believe and what you feel and what your beliefs are in general. This sense of it may actually shock you, or you may actually become very shocked with what's happening around you and what your reaction is to it, because you don't have the same reaction, the same passion, or you don't have the same views that you once had, and it's you're becoming fully aware now of how your passions have changed. Yes, Aquarius, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot and Astrology Check-In. I am Michelle. If you're just finding the channel, I am an empathic intuitive, and I use my psychic energies and abilities to basically help clarify things for you guys and hopefully provide insights. There's always an extended reading. That link is below. And please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so that you know when I upload all your favorite content. Let's get back into the channeled message / astrology update. Yeah, so the sun is heading into your house, your first house, Aquarius. It's heading into Aquarius at night. Depending on where you are in the world. But tomorrow, sometime between today and tomorrow, it slips into Aquarius, depending on where you are on the globe. That sun has just gone through a huge conjunction with Pluto, which means a huge transition in who you are and how you see yourself, and really how you identify as who you are, and what you feel and what's important to you, because the sun represents your life's purpose. And here it's heading into Aquarius, your life's purpose always seems to feel like it's about making things better for other people. I would not be surprised, however, that some of your positions on social issues start to shock the crap out of you, because there's been a shift. There's also a sense of information coming in, because now the sun is moving. The sun is kind of like clusterfucked between Pluto and Venus and Saturn and Mercury. And it's like it's going to hit one set, not literally hit one, but astrologically speaking, it's conjuncting all of these. Now there's a conjunct between, the sun's just moved from that conjunction with Pluto, which is huge transition and change, and now all of a sudden it's conjuncting Mercury, which is in retrograde. Mercury is in Aquarius as well. So what does that mean? It's that you're starting to realize you misthought, or you misinterpreted things, or the things that you used to think or that made sense to you don't make sense to you anymore. And there's this opposition in the sky right now between the moon and Jupiter. So it's almost like what you used to feel right with, what used to make you feel good, what you used to see as healthy, it's almost like there's more. There's a bigger picture there. And so there's a, not a conflict, but like a challenge there of growing out, growing beyond that, because of the way you're starting to see and recognize your world. Let's see how that affects the cards. But there are big surprises that are awaiting you, Aquarius. Okay. Act as if. So this comes in upright for you. You've been a fly on the wall for a while. Or maybe you've just been going along with the flow because it was easier. This is a sense of blending in and not wanting to be seen. A desire to sort of lie low and just see how things are working out. Clearly there's observations that are being made without you saying anything about them, but I can already feel the tension building. There's a sense of you've been wanting to say something for a while, but ultimately you've just sort of sat there to kind of blend yourself in. I don't know why. It's sort of saying, act as if. Act as if. Act as if is what it is. It's trying to blend in. Trying not to stand out. Okay. Trying to fit in. Or you're going to get a big shock because somebody that you trusted all of a sudden changed their colors, but it's like they hadn't never really revealed their colors. That's the thing. So there's some sense of deception that's gone on here. If not blatant deception, then that's just by like lies of omission. It's not necessarily a lie, but it's a sense of maybe you just thought they thought this because they didn't say anything. But when they actually speak up and say what they actually feel, there's a big shock because you're starting to realize you never really knew this motherfucker. Or it could be you, right? This could be somebody else. Be at home. So this is closer to home than maybe you like to realize. It could be part of your family. This is 4th house energy. So it could be part of your family that's suddenly all of a sudden going to reveal to you that they have these feelings that they've just sort of been like, or you've been holding something back. Either way, there's just this sense of it's coming from a family member. They have not really revealed who they are, really. And it's coming close at home. Shit. This is your energy. Truth transcends illusion. So as soon as that sun hits Aquarius, the shit might hit the fan. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's, in fact, I think it's a very good thing because, hey, now you know. Now you know where you stand. Now you know what somebody feels. Now you know what they believe. But this is like a bomb drop on your family dinner one night. Truth transcends illusion. It just has to come out. And no matter how, it's like it just comes out during a conversation because it had to. Like, because there's a sense of, I don't know, it's not even like a thought. It's not even like it's not even like an intention. It's almost like a slip of the tongue, but it's not a slip of the tongue. It had to come out sometime. So here it is. Seeing things very clearly for what they are, even though they may not want to be seen, or they haven't invited themselves to be seen. It's almost like seeing something there that's been camouflaged. But now it's clear, and once you see it, you're never going to be able to unsee it. Shit. Dropping truth, Aquarius. 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 Know your worth. So this is not trying to fit in anymore. This is about being perfectly happy with being awkward and not making sense. And loving what you love and doing what you do and doing who you are instead of trying to make it make sense to anybody else or feeling any obligation that you have to make anything make sense to anybody at all. This is also a sense of something stinks that once smelt beautiful. But since it's upright, there's a sense of liberation in it. A sense of, well, now I know what it really is, right? Also a sense of, you know, because I'm a stinky little skunk doesn't mean I can't love the flowers. I love what I love. It may not make sense. It may seem like a complete contrast, but I adore being here. I adore, even though I stink as a skunk, right? It's like a surprise twist. It is a surprise twist, but it has to do with somebody's nature. It has to do with somebody's character. You know, it may stink, but it's true. It's what I really am. And there's a beauty in it and a perfume in the truth as well, right? So is this bad? No. There's some sort of like, it's almost liberating in a way. Know your worth, right? I decide my value, not anybody else. This could be kind of like who you are being exposed to somebody. Now, what does that mean, who you are? What you really feel inside, what you think, if you're really attracted to somebody. There's a full gamut here, but it's like nowhere to run, nowhere to hide anymore. Or from them to you. And then we have see the big picture. So it is in the process of looking objectively at something, right? Looking beyond the immediate, that something starts to become clear. Because once you take yourself out of the scenario and kind of rise above it, something becomes really, really clear. And that something may be the catalyst for what makes you just decide, I'm going to be me. I'm not going to be scared to be my unpredictable and, a surprising self. Also, Uranus just went direct today. Uranus went direct today, and the sun tonight is moving, and the sun tomorrow is moving into Aquarius. I mean, if that's not symbolic for I'm coming out, I'm like, I'm stepping forward. Like I'm confident in not fitting in, and I don't want to fit in, and I don't care anymore. I don't know what it is. It's also a sense of being this revelation, being attached to a bigger picture scenario, 11:11, awakening to really seeing what's going on, right? And once you see it, you can't unsee it, like noticing these patterns and, oh my God, which is what's changing me from feeling this way to how did I miss this? It was like right in front of me. Maybe that's why I had to take a few steps back. Learn from the past. Okay. It could, and then this is also like maternal energy, could have something to do with your family, your mother's side, just a sense of realizing why something is happening. Not that you've been through this before, but starting to recognize a pattern, or that you remember something that happened in the past, and suddenly it takes on a whole new light. Like suddenly something that maybe you let slide before, you start, oh shit, see, I should have seen it back then. That kind of energy. Okay. I don't know why all that came out, but let's see. We have embrace the in-between and believe in yourself. So there was a sense of really feeling at odds and against everything that you were, really not embracing everything that you are, not embracing your awkwardness, not embracing the fact that maybe you didn't fit in any established group, a sense of really kind of undermining yourself in not completely and totally owning and embracing everything that you are and your truth based on sort of the confines or the expectations around you. This is happening in the past, but it has something to do with the clarity that's coming now. And then we said, use your mind wisely. And it wasn't. It was all flip-flopped and in reverse. So you're sort of using your mind against yourself, or using your mind to convince yourself of something that wasn't really working for you. So this is a big coming out. And not necessarily, I once heard this TED Talk, and it was really great. And she described how we all live in our closets. We all, in some ways, some aspects of ourselves have a closeted aspect of ourselves that we don't like to share with the world. But from day to day, what's going on is we're stifling a part of ourselves. We're not owning everything that we are. We're not loving everything that we are. We're chopping a piece of us off and neglecting it. And just hiding it as if there's something we need to be ashamed of. This is a sense, no shame in your game anymore. And realizing something like, oh my God, big scale that you didn't see before, huge shock. This comes through the home. I think this is where it's delivered, like where the aha moment happens. A situation of why I have to be the way I am out loud, why I have to say this so that, I don't know, a situation doesn't get worse, so that this misery isn't perpetuated, something like that. But you're realizing now that it's bigger than you, and so it's more important for you. And a sense of taking yourself outside of yourself is helping you be more completely yourself. Holy shit. Wow. Poised. You're ready for this. In other words, there's a part of you that's been preparing for this for a while. So it's not going to you will be shocked, but at the same time, I think you're shocked at your readiness. You're shocked at how prepared you are for this. And then we have round and round. This has been something that's either been going over and over in your brain a lot. You've been thinking about it a lot. Or this is a karmic situation, which marks the end of a karmic turn in your life. A sense of fulfilling karma, ending karma, or making a decision to create your own karma by taking a step in this different direction and changing karma, essentially, through your choices. God, never simple conversations with you guys. I love it. Fucking love it. Aquarius. We have trapped in fear at the foundation of this reading. It's coming out. So I feel like, wow, this is causing a lot of pain. There's a lot of suffering. A lot of suffering to hold this back and feel so isolated because of what you feel and who you are. I mean, this could be a number of things, but it's personal. It's personal. Happy birthday, Denny. It's personal for you. You know, but it's just kind of inducing so much fear in you. Now, this doesn't have to be. This could be admitting that you love somebody. This could be anything that you've been holding back. It's like the fear is about to make you explode, and that's what happens. It's almost like this moment, what I kept saying to you, it's liberating you. It's liberating you from a karmic cycle that you've been trapped in. Holy crap. Let's get some insight into who's involved in this situation, aside from family. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. So somebody new coming into your life, somebody unexpected, somebody, I don't know, maybe he looks a little bit like this. A message that comes in that kind of like triggers all of this. An ability to finally exchange energy with somebody or share yourself, your true self with somebody. Right? Somebody that you can actually talk to about this situation, or like professing your love, connecting. And that's going to change so many different aspects of your life, right? A sense of really being you because you find somebody that you can be you around. Hermit is here. It's coming way in the future. A sense of going on a spirit quest, making this a spiritual journey, taking time to understand things, cultivate things, taking time with things. Also, that moon, when all of this happens, that moon opposite Jupiter is in Virgo. So it's a sense of this is going to last a long time. This is something that you're going to be working on and cultivating for a long time. Once it starts, it's going to be something that you embrace and continue. So especially if this is a relationship, it will be nurtured. You will nurture this. High Priest, intend and create. What did I say? This is a choice that you're making. And it feels so aligned to your heart. You're just so happy that you can finally do this. Wow. Hold on. What? You're so cute. I love you. Exchange energy to create abundance. Intend and create. You're sharing with somebody. You're actually like, your energies are connecting to somebody else. I will tell you something. If you've been single for a while, you're going to be single for much longer. But I don't think it stops there. No, because this is definitely not like a romance reading. But I'm just saying, oh, okay, shut up. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. See, you've held back, or people have been holding you back. People have been saying you're not allowed to want this, or you're not allowed to want this person, or vice versa. They've been doing it to this person. This is definitely a sense of, or maybe it's not a person, but definitely there's a sense of your society. You see that, motherfucker? You see that? Has been saying, no, don't do this. This is that, don't hold you back. We want you our way, right? And over here, this is like, but what do you really desire? Oh, you shouldn't want that. You shouldn't want that. But you do really desire this person. So fuck you. I want that. Right? I want that. I don't care if I shouldn't really desire that person. I want it. There's wisdom coming in. Like taking advice or advice coming in. There's a way that's cleared. There's support that's going to be there for you. Maybe a whole new group of friends. May not even be new. Just a sense of support that you never thought you'd had. It's going to come as a surprise to you. The plot thickens. Well, let's do this card. Moon card. Communication is key. What is this all about? This is Gemini energy. So it's an exchange of energies, talking to somebody, communication coming in. Is somebody actually sitting down eye to eye, Gemini style, having a conversation with you, listening to you, hearing you, and you doing the same for them. You're going to have a conversation. Mercury retrograde, I'm telling you right now, Mercury retrograde is bringing back a conversation that you should have had years ago maybe. But this conversation is going to finally take place. Let's go to tarot. That link is below. I'll see you guys there.